We have all heard the commotion surrounding Sony's development of a new handheld console that is intended to serve as the PSP successor. On paper, that may appear to be an extraordinary proposition. However, it may be too late. Why is that the case, and what potential features could the rumored handheld include? Find out all of this and more in our video today. As we all remember gleefully, the OG PSP, or the PlayStation Portable, was a handheld console that first blessed our hands in the year 2005, with its own impressive library of exclusive titles. A lot of these titles had spun off PlayStation home console classics, such as Metal Gear Solid, Peace Walker, DCD-012 Final Fantasy, and God of War, Ghost of Sparta to name an iconic few. With the popularity, we've seen Sony following up with a second handheld titled PS Vita in the year 2011, which was a hit or miss based on the people you ask. Now, with the rise of handhelds becoming apparent again, it's only obvious for Sony to pull off another one, which would be a separate case from their PlayStation Portal. A handheld accessory that weirdly does not function as a console in and of itself, but all that should be news that would make us happy. So, why are fans taking this the other way around? Well, here's the thing. Anton Elvanov, a Russian industry insider, had a Telegram post that was translated on Resetera by a user who goes by the name Angie. This Telegram post strongly suggested how Sony is working on a PSP successor for the current console generation, but at the very moment is rumored to only hold support for PS4 games. Now, before you start raging out in the comments section down below, please keep in mind, it doesn't necessarily mean it'll never be able to play more modernized titles. Yes, we do admit, the wording was intentionally vague and oddly enough doesn't even list any of these PS4 launch titles by name. As we already know, the PS4 library is vast and varied enough to support new handheld consoles, and that's including the new games that have come out for the console as late as this year. But here's the problem. You see, we're talking old, outdated tech here. A handheld PS4 is the kind of thing that we ourselves would have been head over heels for if it was announced back like 10 years ago, especially considering the easy availability and the price drop that took place for the PS4 after the release of the PS5 console. And the fun bit is they're even playable remotely without an official console, but through smartphones or Windows PCs through the PlayStation Remote Play app. Now, even if hypothetically the handheld in question was about to be revealed in a month with a full commercial release, it would still face stiff competition from the likes of Steam Deck, who are already dominating the market. Take the Nintendo Switch, for example, which comes with its own unique library that gives this handheld a different appeal. While it's understandable why some fans would prefer the Switch over a PSP successor, against the likes of Steam Deck, it's almost a white flag moment. Why, you already know how exclusivity is on its way out, and fortunately for us gamers, multiplatform releases seem to be the future. Heck, even Sony published games are getting PC releases, with Ghost of Tsushima and Horizon Forbidden West being only the most recent examples. The fact of the matter is they are available on PC, and that means they can easily work on certain PC-based handhelds. Now, imagine in a market like this, the rumors are true and Sony decided on a console that's PS4 exclusive. We wouldn't want to be in their shoes, that's for sure. You see, most PS4 games have already gone multiplatform, and the majority of them are currently verified for Steam Deck. The likes of Horizon Zero Dawn, Marvel Spider-Man, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Death Stranding, all of these games are Steam verified as of right now. Add to that, Steam Deck has a unique advantage over a potential PlayStation-based handheld, in that it can also play current-gen games, titles such as Elden Ring and its DLC Cyberpunk 2077, Baldur's Gate 3, and Diablo 4. Some of the biggest titles can all be crammed up among the compact walls of a Steam Deck, and for when it's not possible to run on the Steam Deck, there's a way out too, considering it's possible to run these games on alternate handheld PCs like the Lenovo Legion Go. Here's another thing, the price. Depending on the price, these portable devices could also prove to be a major barrier in the line of a PS5 handheld console. But even if the console ends up being able to play PS5 titles, it would have a tough legacy to live up to. The original PSP is still remembered to this day as a decent seller, but struggled to find a fan base outside of Japan. The successor to this, called the PS Vita, was underperforming on a global scale. This all goes to show that maybe, just maybe, Sony should not focus on coming up with a handheld. Could be because people don't associate the brand closely enough with handheld consoles. Or maybe it's the lackluster hardware relative to Sony's home consoles. Whatever the case may be, the Sony handheld thing just doesn't seem to draw broad appeal. Regardless, we will see what holds on the PlayStation end. But as you can tell, it's hard to be hopeful. For now, we'll just bask in the glory of the PlayStation 5, hoping maybe someday we'll see Sony pull off something incredible. For now, all we can do is wait.